Hi!
We're here!
Woo! We are here indeed, and we were there indeed.
We were there.
Because today's episode of Sidewalk Slam concerns WWE Stomping Grounds, which aired live Sunday at the Tacoma Dome, which is where we were, because we were down in Seattle for Magic Fest Seattle.
Yep.
And then I realized, wait, that Sunday is Stomping Grounds at the Tacoma Dome, which is about half an hour drive from Seattle, and we decided to check it out. And so that's what we'll be talking about today on Sidewalk Slam, this wrestling podcast where we discuss storylines and narrative and the production presentation of the WWE main roster product concerning, all the storylines from Raw and SmackDown. Though occasionally we do talk about other things as well, like NXT, or we've mentioned AEW briefly, or breakfast rankings.
Yeah.
Or
that was a
whatever.
big hit.
Yeah.
People loved it.
Yeah. Nobody disagreed with me either, which was
they didn't
which was nice.
Yeah. They were like, oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
When he's right, he's right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue.
So I guess the elephant in the room for this whole show was, well, the room, really. It was this event at the Tacoma Dome.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, the attendance was 6,000.
Really?
Did you leave
Yeah.
off a number?
No.
Nope.
How big is the Tacoma Dome?
It holds 18 or something.
So I can show you a picture I took
Okay.
Yeah.
that I assume it'll be on screen now. Of
Nope.
They've
Not
okay.
until I say so.
Well, you do it whenever you want. So basically, the Tacoma Dome it's a big round dome. It's a bowl arena, basically. And so, as is tradition for WWE shows, one quarter of it is blocked off by the entrance ramp and the staging and everything. And then ordinarily you'd have the other three sides that all surround the ring. And so this time they had curtained off one of those three sections, and which they had been selling tickets to, and apparently they moved people from there to back to where we were. So there was the floor on two sides, the full floor, and then 4 rows on the side facing the camera. So from where we were sitting, you could see our side that was full, the side beside us that was full, the 2 floor sections that were full, and then 4 rows, and then all the camera equipment. There was nobody sitting behind the cameras. There was no. So the wrestlers, whenever they have to play to the hard camera, like Bayley comes out and she's doing her intro and she's doing like the hey and waiting for that section of the crowd to cheer back at her. There's like maybe 100 people on that side of the ring. So it was.
You know what it reminds me of?
Pretty dire.
WCW used to have to do that. Not when they were going. Well, I think they probably had to do it when they were going down. But in the early to mid 90s, they had to completely not use entire sections of arenas and then just position the cameras.
You can see So I've watched a little bit of the show. Adam actually went back and watched the show because you do miss a lot seeing stuff in person. You don't get any of the commentary, any of the cutaway sort of. Well, you see some of the cutaway stuff, but not all of it. And went back and watched it, and you'll notice when they're filming entrances that the monitors and the lights and the Titantron and everything will be on the left side of frame, so that you'll see that and the ring and the floor and all the people on the risers and the balcony level on one side of the arena, and you just won't ever see the other side of the arena because there's no one there.
Do you think?
In fact, the back three or 4 rows of the section we're sitting in, under the balcony, were also tarped off. So in the wide shot, they just look like a shadow, but they actually just wasn't anyone sitting there.
I have a question for you, Gramuel.
Hey, what's up?
Do you think that this is a sign of the end times? You know what I mean? It's not that bad, obviously, but you know how wrestling fans are.
Yeah.
And especially people that are anti-WWE and with all the AEW stuff going on, this is, it's noticeable, right?
Yeah.
You have an 18,000 seat arena and you only fill a third of it.
So people have been wanting to sort of play this off as Seattle's not really, not.
They are though, because the people that were there were super into it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just feel like Seattle is a wrestling town.
Yeah. And they don't get pay-per-views very often.
Yeah.
This has been the first time in many, many years. And Raw the next night, which was also in the area, only had 3,500 people.
Oof.
And you could see it.
Ooh, that's bad.
You could see it on camera. I've seen clips from Raw. Like the attendance for Stomping Grounds was like more in line with what the attendance for Raw should be. Like Raw is like 8 to 10,000 generally, and then like a pay-per-view is like under 20, right? Like 15,000 sort of thing.
Is it just the cost of tickets?
Well, I think the tickets were expensive, especially as you crept closer to the ring, but they did also reduce ticket prices closer to the show. But I think a big part of it is that the product hasn't been that good recently. It's just not been incredibly
It hasn't been
captivating.
gangbusters. I will defend this pay-per-view be ready. The next hour and a half, Adam Sabadan is going to be defending this pay-per-view.
Like I went to a house show in Medicine Hat about let's say almost 30 years ago, and it was like $15 or $20 to get in, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like prices will rise, but like this wasn't a house show though.
Nope.
So we were in row T, which is I did this counting already.
It comes after S.
It's the
stands for T's nuts.
19th letter of the alphabet. TUVWXYZ. Yeah. So it's the
Z.
Okay, the 20th letter of the alphabet.
Yeah.
So we were in row 20 of the risers.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's the floor seats, and then the risers start at A and go up to T.
Yeah.
And those were $77 US. Each.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty expensive.
They
Even
were
when
they were nice seats.
They were nice seats. They were very good. Like if that was my ideal distance from the ring, if we were shifted over to be centered with the ring,
that'd be cool.
That would be where I would pick. Like I wouldn't pick ringside.
No.
I did like
where we
pick
were
ringside
at.
to get on camera. That's the only reason.
I did like where we were at because we could see the Tron really well.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Also, they didn't have any usually they have big screens up where you can watch.
Yeah, well, so when we went to the Rumble, which was in an arena at the Alamo Dome, which is huge.
Yeah.
They had 4 big screens on above the ring.
Do they not have those at every pay-per-view?
No, because places like the Tacoma Dome, it's not that big.
Yeah.
Right? The Tacoma Dome just wasn't big enough that you had people that were far enough away that they couldn't see anything. And so those screens at the Rumble were playing a live feed of what the cameras were seeing. Mm-hmm. Whereas what we saw is just the stuff that was in the ring, and then when they played the replay, this is funny. We're going to talk a little bit about producing for TV here.
Ah, yes.
So
this is the content I come for.
This is something that I've noticed after seeing a couple live shows. The way that they do this is, so after the match, somebody wins the match, right? Yeah. And then they're like sitting in the ring, or they walk up the ramp and they pause at the top of the ramp. Then it cuts to the replays. And the wrestler's standing there, and they stop and turn around and watch the replays.
It's really funny.
And they see all the things that are happening, and then it gets to the end of the replay reel, and they're like, all right, it's going to end in a moment. And so they get back in position and hold the championship back up again. And then it cuts back to the shot of them, and then the screen goes back to the logo. So, because it used to be, years ago, the screen was always playing what the cameras were seeing.
Yes.
Which meant that if the camera saw the screen, you'd get that, infinity effect.
Yeah.
And they stopped doing that at some point. So now the cameras only ever see, the logo of the show or the pay-per-view or whatever it is that you're watching. Mm-hmm. But they want the people in the arena to be able to see the slow-mo replays so they can react to them. Mm-hmm. So they do this weird thing where they cut away from it, and then they use that as an opportunity to get the camera in position and the wrestler in position for how they're going to pose when the replays are done. But in the meantime, they're just sort of standing there, watching their own replays and waiting for the cue, and then being like, okay, so now we have to make sure, all right, this is the end of the match. It's going to come back to us in a sec. Get ready. And then the camera cuts back, and then they go, oh, I won.
Yeah.
So it's definitely they're producing these shows for the home audience, not for the live audience. They need the live audience as part of the home presentation.
Yeah.
Which is why dwindling numbers have to be scary for them.
Yep.
To the extent that a decree hath come down from Vince upon high.
This is wild, dude.
That because normal sports don't play during commercial breaks.
Yes.
Nor will WWE now. So previously, you will be familiar with Michael Cole's infamous "As Raw rolls on" line, where someone will get thrown to the outside, and then he'll be like, "We'll return to this match in progress as Raw rolls on."
Yeah.
And then you'll come back, and the other person will be dominating the match with the person in a rest hold. Is usually how it works.
Yeah.
So now they go to break. The wrestlers stop. So what the live crowd sees, the wrestlers stop. They go to their corners. The lights on the ring turn down.
Yep.
and then like something else happens.
Yeah.
Like they play a video package, or a wrestler shows up at the top of the ring. Like the Iconics come out and do some BS. I was been reading about what was happening on Raw last night, and apparently for the live audience, it's very weird.
Yeah.
Because the momentum for the match just stops for like 4 minutes.
Oof.
And then Raw comes back from commercial, and then they continue.
I don't like that decision. I don't like it at all, Graham.
It's
I think
just
it's weird. I think it's just too weird.
The live audience is a part of the TV show.
They're a character.
Yeah. And to be fair, often at Raw, not for this show, not for pay-per-views generally, but often at Raw they will do a dark main event.
Yeah.
So they'll do the main event, Raw will go off the air, and then the people in the arena will get an additional match that's usually non-canon
slip it in
and
there,
sillier. Often has a lot of people doing like a big multi-man tag match or something.
One time,
To quote, send the crowd home happy.
yeah, one time Undertaker did a spinneroonie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do stuff like that.
Yeah. Weird stuff.
So wait, they shoot Raw live?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's to air. They don't record it and
No.
then be like, this will go up in about 3 hours.
Nope.
No.
There's like a
bitch.
10-second tape delay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Holy shit.
Every show they do is live.
And,
Wow.
and SmackDown is now too.
Yeah.
They pre-tape NXT
Yeah.
and they pre-tape 205 Live.
And main event.
Yeah.
But nobody watches
Because they do main event at before Raw at a Raw taping and 205 Live at SmackDown tapings and tape those for later.
But it's called 205 Live.
It used to be live.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So there was a period of time where Raw was taped
Yes.
back during the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
There was an infamous moment. Actually.
This was you may have heard of this, Beach. This was one of the turning points of the Monday Night Wars. Is that WCW Monday Nitro, which was broadcast live,
Yeah.
had got wind of spoilers from the Monday Night Raw show.
Yeah.
And the infamous call from commentator Tony Schiavone, him of looks like some sort of sidewalk slam, said, well, I hear the other guys are about to put the world title on Mick Foley. That'll really put some butts in seats. And thousands and thousands of people changed the channel because they went, well, I want to see Mick Foley win the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's oft quoted as one of the many turning points
Yeah.
in the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shivani unfairly still gets shit about it.
Yeah.
Like, he got told to say it, right?
Yeah, of course.
But, man, good Lord. Imagine giving that order.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, boy. You got to live with that one for the rest of your life.
They thought that was going to be like, oh, like we're going to put.
Oh,
a
we're
pin
going to
in
stay
this
here
thing.
and watch Monday Nitro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they thought, haha, we'll spoil
Yeehaw,
it.
brother. Like,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah. Nope.
No,
You
didn't-
dumbasses.
Kind of backfired.
Yeah.
So yeah, now and for many, many, many years since the Monday Night Wars, actually, Raw has been actually live. For some years, SmackDown was taped. When it was on Friday nights, it's still recorded on Tuesdays, like it does now.
Yeah.
I think they've done it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But anyway, now for the last several years, it's been SmackDown. Since they changed the name to SmackDown Live, it's also been live. So,
Not to make this tangent go on longer, but are they doing less house shows now these days?
I
Is
don't.
the house show schedule down?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think
It's
it's,
just
a big,
hard to tell because
I think it's a
because
big
of
part
the
of their
fallout from, like,
supplemental.
the John Oliver thing and everything else, and like the amount of pressure they put on their performers physically. Like, I thought maybe
I
they're
don't think
cutting
that's
down.
really affected them, to be honest.
Huh. Yeah, it's typical.
Yeah. Now let us begin live from the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington, and brought to you by Gold Bond Medicated Powder.
Yeah, wrestlers love it.
It's time for Stomping Grounds. You know what's funny?
What?
When we were waiting outside, waiting for the other car to show up, I made a joke about that, and I was like, no, seriously, they've done pay-per-views that were sponsored by Gold Bond Medicated Powder.
Yeah.
And I was with Ben and Jordan and Dan Floyd, and they were like, what?
Yeah.
Really? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get inside, and they play a Gold Bond commercial, and I was like, oh,
You use your powers.
there you go.
You should use your powers for good, Graham.
I can't.
Why wouldn't you have tried to do Dr. Scholl's for Stomping Ground?
Right?
Oh, you genius! What about Crocs?
Yeah.
Just all the wrestlers have to wear Crocs.
Wow. Yeah.
Do people still wear Crocs? Hands up in the YouTube comments if you still wear Crocs.
I think people do. I assume.
I don't know anybody that wears Crocs. Beej, do you wear Crocs?
I wear a type of shoe that is made out of neoprene and lots of foam, so it's like wearing Crocs.
Ah, okay. Croc adjacent.
Yeah, Crocs.
Yeah, okay,
adjacent.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
made by
An
Merrell.
alligator.
They're
They
made
don't-
by Merrell.
They don't look balls ugly though. No, they're the ones you're wearing now.
Do you want to show them off on camera? You just want to post these on camera later? Like,
Yeah, can you get me some feet pics too, Beej, while you're at it?
They're very lightweight.
They're very dirty too. I apologize.
Yeah, these are definitely not Crocs.
Tell me how
No.
dirty they are, Beej.
All right.
I made it weird.
Match number 1.
I helped.
The Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defending against Lacey Evans.
Graham's favorite.
I just don't know why they're still feuding.
Yeah.
When there's a whole... Did you know there are other women who wrestle in the company?
Nope.
Oh.
Haven't seen him.
Okay. Well, neither's anybody else.
What's the deal with Sasha Banks? Is she just like done?
She's taking a sabbatical.
Okay.
She got real unhappy and was like, maybe I want to leave. And they're like, take some time off. Think about that.
Yeah.
So,
Wild.
yeah.
It's wild that she's still off too, right? Like,
Yeah. It's been since
just-
Mania.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time to be
I
off.
hope she comes back at some point.
I hope so too.
But, yeah. So we didn't see this match live, unfortunately. We missed this match and the next one. We came in partway through Samoa Joe and Ricochet.
Yeah,
because it was unclear. It said doors at 3:30, and so it's like, okay, so doors at 3:30, and then there'll be a pre-show, and then the pre-show was at 3:30, and the show started at 4. And we thought the show started at 5.
Yeah,
so that was kind of upsetting, but didn't get to see this one live. But
luckily,
Adams watched
crack
the tape.
reporter Adam Savadan. As soon as he got home, fired it up. Started watching it. It was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was just a fine match.
Michael Cole referred to Becky Lynch as the renegade, the atypical superstar, Becky Lynch. What about Becky is atypical? Like what? That's the thing that they say when it's like, boy, it's weird this person's champ, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when Jeff Hardy was the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Or was the World Heavyweight
When he was
champion.
the
When he was the
Jeff Hardy like
championship.
around his belt, like just human Jeff Hardy tied him up in the legs.
Help me. Yeah, that's the thing that they say when they're sort of like trying to. When Vince is kind of embarrassed that someone is the champ.
That's so
right?
weird.
It's the thing where they sort of are trying to say, look, we know that this doesn't really make sense that this person's a champion, but they are. You know, they're an atypical champion. What? This is Becky Two Belts.
Yeah.
She won the main event at WrestleMania.
Becky
what
Balboa.
about her is atypical?
She beat Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Which they constantly bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a weird choice of words.
Yeah.
I have a lot of issues with because the commentary is a big part of how the viewers at home get told the story.
Yes.
Because there is a lot of tell don't show.
Yeah.
And so lucky you listeners at home that I didn't hear a lot of the commentary because we were watching it live because I assume I would have had other problems.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad other than that one part. I'm trying to remember if they said anything else that really like set me off. I feel like you are better at picking apart the commentary than I am. Mainly because I am a horrible multitasker.
It jumps out at me.
Yeah, and I just like kind of sometimes I just glaze it over.
Oh, I need to be paying attention. If I'm like, oh, I need to catch up on this show, and I put it on and then do something on like my other monitor or something, then I just don't pay attention.
Yeah, I can't. I have to like sit down.
I gotta watch
and
the
like
show.
watch it, and like I have to concentrate on it.
And I'd already seen this show once, so I didn't really feel like watching it again.
That's fair. Yeah, but the match was fine. Becky won when she put her in the. There was a couple actually like mechanically, I guess if that's the word I'm going to use. Like during the match, there was a couple like miscues.
Yeah,
right? There was one part
in my notes here that I'm from this site. They say that Lynch slipped trying to do a springboard kick.
Yeah, well, she didn't slip, but she like went to go do it, and then Lacey was like too far away, and so she went to go kick, and then it like Lacey just stopped, and then Becky didn't commit to like the full kick, and then she like they paused for a second, and then she just did it again.
Weird.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's unfortunate, you know. It was
somebody was. Out
Oh,
of
you
position.
actually we got the Becky calling moves.
Oh,
like clearly.
Oh, I didn't get
like
that.
she'd be like back elbow, like super loud, like John Cena style. Yeah,
I kind of want to go watch that now.
yeah.
All right.
You could hear her just say like back elbow. So yeah, Becky won with the disarmor. Lacey tapped out like instantly.
Yeah.
Which, poor Lacey. I know that they say like wins and losses don't matter, but wins and losses do matter, Graham. They really do.
I don't think that's been Lacey's problem.
No, but it's not that's not the only problem, right? It's not like it's that's ruined her, but 2 straight losses to Becky, right? And like clean losses is just kind of like, what now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the only reason I feel like, I mean, I'll talk about it soon. But
we'll tell you what now later in the show.
Yeah, because like the same thing, I'll talk about it soon, but the same thing happens to Samoa Joe, where he like loses a lot. It feels like to me, Joe loses a lot, but it doesn't damage anything because Joe is so good.
Yeah.
And I think that for a lot of wrestlers, it's a hole they can't dig themselves out of if they're losing. Like 2 straight losses for Lacey Evans, a character who we don't know at all.
I think she's been mishandled since the Rumble.
Yeah.
Narratively. And I don't think that's done her any favors. And so now it's like, well, I don't really care.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So now she's supposed to be this big, tough former SWAT member.
Yeah.
Right? Or Army. Is like Army.
Marine.
Special Marine. Yeah. Marine. Special Forces.
Not the Army.
Not the Army.
The Marines.
Sorry. The Marines are different.
I think the Marines get real mad if you say that they're in the Army. I don't know how the Army feels about it. They're probably not a fan.
I don't think any of them are a fan of each other.
Of getting
like Navy, Marines, and like Army.
Yeah, no, but Marines get like particularly annoyed if you refer to them as Army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're another branch.
So like the Marines are Reddit.
Yeah.
The Army is Twitter.
Okay. Yes.
And
this is great.
The Navy is YouTube comments.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they all get upset when you like.
But what about the Air Force?
Oh, shoot. Live journal.
Wow. I don't even know how to parse this metaphor, and I can't. I think you've upset every branch of the American military, and I'm so happy about this.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I can't wait.
It was nice knowing everybody. I'm on a list now. They're gonna take me in the middle of the night.
Gee, I hope not. But you know who you can turn to if you find yourself in trouble. Because after
I forgot about it.
After this match, did you get coffee up your nose? Are you okay?
No, I'm good.
After this match, this is the weirdest promo. This is bad. This is actually just bad. It's a promo for Ali, formerly Mustafa Ali, whose name never comes up during the promo.
Who was wearing a Muhammad Ali jacket.
He was actually, yeah. And it was a vignette. It was like a pre-recorded, not really a promo, but like a video package of him being a savior for people. Yeah. Kind of like
I said to Graham earlier, but it's like if I got this from Twitter.
Okay.
Someone tweeted at me and said it's like he's Batman when Batman's asleep during the day.
Yeah.
So
because it's all shot in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So it's bright light.
Yeah.
Nobody's acting very well.
No.
There's like a shot of a woman like stumbling against a wall
with like a Corona
in a paper bag, and she's like very bad acting, like, oh, I'm a drunk person, and then looks over and sees Ali just staring at her, and then a reaction shot of her staring at him, and then just a cut to the bottle on the ground pouring into the gutter, and it's just like, what? She just looked at Ali and was like, you're right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't day drink a Corona out of a paper bag in an alley. You got me.
You got me, Ali. Thanks.
And there's like a couple dudes.
Thanks, Jesus.
Who like harass a business guy.
Yeah.
But then Ali is there. And then you don't actually see the resolution. It's just he shows up and it's implied that he helps.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is very melodramatically narrated by him, talking about how like he'll be the light when you need it.
Somebody like just did a full fucking dragon click on someone's dead journal, and pasted it, and like, there's our script.
All right, Ali, read this.
I love it.
It's very, very weird.
That's good shit.
You should put in a clip of it.
I will.
All right.
Oh, I will, Graham.
Do it here.
I swear this on my soul that this oath I will uphold.
Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. It's super weird.
It's
super
so
weird.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But it's like the kind of shitty that I like. You know what I mean? Like, it's so dumb, but I just want them to lean into it.
Yeah. I mean, so that's fair. But it's not. This was not like for me, this was not like so bad it's good.
Yeah.
This was just bad.
Yeah. Also,
But I find it funny.
has no legs.
Oh,
Zero
yeah.
legs, right? Like the point is that's what I find the most funny about it is like they're gonna keep doing this and it's no legs. It has nothing.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen.
No.
There is nowhere they can go with this.
No.
What do you do?
You're totally right.
Unless he shows up dressed like fucking Batman, this whole thing is a waste.
He has a gimmick already.
I
He's
know
got
he
his
does.
lights
He's
and
dressed
his-
like Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
But they said Sub-Zero isn't fucking cool. And then you
Besides, Glacier's in AEW anyway.
yeah! Oh! Can we get a cross promotion like they did with Marvel versus DC?
Unlikely.
Ali versus Glacier. Book it, you fucking cowards. Oh my god, that's all I want to see now. Yeah, hell yeah. Glacier better win a fucking title in AEW. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That seems very unlikely.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
a kid can. He's in my boy stable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Glacier is definitely 100% in my boy
That
stable.
makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Then after that promo, we cut to backstage where one of the reporters, whose name escapes me, is outside Baron Corbin's office, and Paul Heyman comes out, and she says, "Hey, Paul Heyman, people are wondering." So, sorry, some back information for this. The main event tonight is Seth Rollins defending the Universal Championship against Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin gets to choose the special guest referee. We can get into why later, but the interviewer's there, and Paul Heyman's coming out of Corbin's office, and she's like, "Hey, Paul Heyman, some people are thinking that you might be the special guest referee. Is your client Brock Lesnar, Mr. Money in the Bank, is he around?" And Paul Heyman just goes like, "Well, Kofi Kingston's here tonight, isn't he? He is. And Seth Rollins is here tonight, right? Mm-hmm. So seems like there's a lot of opportunity for my client Brock Lesnar." And then just leaves.
That was literally word for that's a
That's
transcript.
it. Yeah. Spoilers. Brock Lesnar does not appear tonight.
Yeah. No Brocky.
So then she just sort of goes, "Wait, Paul, what I still have more questions." And he just leaves.
Yeah.
And then Baron Corbin comes out. And
I didn't like this. I didn't
No.
like this at all. This is so bad. But
No.
Graham, you have to say it. It's like blowing off a Band-Aid.
okay, Baron Corbin says, "You hang around my locker room anymore and I'll think you want more than just an interview." Ugh. Except I made that, I tried to play that kind of like smooth, and it definitely comes across way more skeevy when he said it. It's just like, ugh.
Could you? I just picture fucking Corbin's sad belly face saying it Graham, you've never seen Baron Corbin's belly, have you?
beach, you
Want to
mean?
see my belly? Want to feed me root beer?
I've never seen most of these guys yet I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
because they all tend to look the same to me.
Yeah.
Whoa, they
Racist.
I picked up those Funko Pops that you guys got, and I was like, wait, the same guy's on here 4 times. It's Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. I'm like, they're all the same Funko Pop.
Yeah, kind of.
Preach, brother. Yeah. Be just speaking the truth. I can't defend that.
Yeah, well, I think that's more of a failing of Funko Pop and their terrible design.
Seth Rollins used to have one half of his hair dyed white.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he was like an Oreo.
Nori only had one side and another side.
Well, it's like you twist the top off.
Oh, so
Somebody had twisted the top off and just left it.
somebody twisted the top off of Seth Rollins and then threw it away.
Yeah, he's a discarded Oreo, or used to be. Ah, yes.
I just pictured the guy, Baron Corbin, that's who you're talking about, saying it just more like angry, like he's just stumbling through his line, like, if you come and you hang out near my office, I'm going to think you want more than an interview. Like, just kind of like really like scream
Well, like
through
the
it.
Ultimate Warrior? Like,
Kind of,
he's
yeah.
just like... Hulk Hogan. Anyway. All right, I'm all warmed up, baby. Let's go. Woo!
Corbin's... Adam hit his knee on the table. Corbin says that he's picked his referee and it's going to be someone who won't do him any favors, which of course is a lie.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
I know what it means, but like, who writes this shit?
he pretends-
Vince got out of the closet this show. Vince definitely got out of the closet.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm free.
Like the
weird hitting on the
cryo closet where they keep him.
Yeah, like in
bathed
Fallout.
in it.
Every time it's like the beginning of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
When they let Vince out of the fucking cryo chamber. It's
Yeah,
like,
dripping with nutrient paste.
Yeah, and they're like, they do the beginning of Skyrim, like, oh, you're awake.
Yes, the beginning of Skyrim with Bane.
Oh, Vince, nice of you to show up. You're finally awake, traveler.
I was born in Tamriel.
Forged by it. Is there a Bane mod for Skyrim?
They're probably.
Can we turn all the dragons into Bane? That'd be great. Fusro da.
Hello, Dragonborn. Okay.
If Tom Hardy's on that cameo service, you could probably get him to do all the voices and then do your own.
What if
$300?
What if we get Tom Hardy to do all of our Loading Ready Run sub notifiers? I'm just throwing it out there.
Dragonborn, I'm trying to get to the throat of the world, but my ass cheeks are dummy thick.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm dummy thick in the clap of my ass cheeks. Yeah, it keeps
But
alerting
I'm dummy thick.
keeps alerting the what
Dovahkiin.
The Dovahkiin. Thank you.
We got there. All right, where the fuck were we?
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the New Day.
Yeah. Okay, so Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, who are best friends again. I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like
Sure.
Sami Zayn is still kind of doing the thing that Vince thinks Vince's fucking mouthpiece.
Talking like the internet.
Yeah. Well, he's talking he's talking about how the internet talks about wrestling.
Right.
Yes, that's his thing. It's like, you talk like this, and you keep on slagging on us and whatever. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's goal is to get to Kofi Kingston, but through Xavier Woods and Big E.
Right.
Even though Kevin Owens has already lost to Kofi once.
Yeah.
And wins and losses don't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Cool. Same page.
Good. We're all up to speed.
I really love the beginning of this match. I'm actually super sad that we missed this match.
Yeah, me too.
Live, because I wanted to sing Sammy's theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't. That's the one that I haven't sang yet. Because me and you went to NXT, we got to do Nakamura and Bobby Roode.
That was good.
In the same show.
That was a good show.
That was a great show.
Seth Rollins even showed up.
Yeah, you were in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That was really funny. I was like, Graham, no.
I was what?
It was like 1,000 voices suddenly cried out in unison.
Yep. From the bathroom?
From the bathroom in the wherever that arena was. I can't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it was some smaller one.
It was on the outskirts of San Antonio.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Are you saying you don't?
Please, I want it to be called the Alamo, like you guys can't remember it.
Yeah, I was just. Damn it, Beach! I was just gonna say, it's like you don't remember the Alamo.
The Rumble.
We were just there.
It was in the Alamo Dome.
Fuck Beach! Why?
Takeover was in.
Graham, I want him off the show.
No, someone's got to listen to us.
Fuck.
God, now who's writing from the closet?
We need to kill Beej off. So what we need to do is do a camera shot of Beej getting up, and then everyone from Loading Ready Run lining the hallways, and Beej leaves smiling, and then Beej gets into his fucking limo, and then it just blows up in the parking lot. We have a budget for that, right?
Yeah, sure. We cut to a very convincing model of a limousine.
A little car, somebody's hand.
Driving into the ocean and then blowing up.
Bloop. Yeah. And then a bunch of dead fish come up. So not only are you dead, but you're also an eco-terrorist. The double whammy.
Daniel Bryan would hate that.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Anyway, so the beginning of this match was awesome.
Okay.
Because Kevin Owens hits like a super kick on Big E, and then two super kicks on Xavier Woods, and then it just goes up and does a swanton bomb, like just like immediately.
Wait, not a splash, a swanton?
Oh yeah, he does like the full thing, and he gets like the thing where like you jump and they go like perpendicular. They do like the full like Jeff Hardy like I don't know how to describe it, but they get like really floaty. Kinda. Yeah. It was great.
Cool.
Kevin Owens is awesome.
Like when you throw a water bottle with a little bit of water in it and it gets hang time.
Yeah.
It goes like whoop, like that. Yeah.
That'd be great. Actually, when a wrestler's gonna start like somebody's gonna be like flip their partner and then dab like the bottle flipping.
Oh, TGP got fired. TJP used to do that.
I know.
He'd like get someone in like a leg lock and then dab.
Yeah.
And everyone was like,
I want them to take their partner.
Oh, okay.
And then flip their partner onto their opponent.
Oh, okay. They have to. They got to say yeet first.
Yeet. Like this wrestler empty.
He's gassed out. You pick him up and shake him, and it just sounds like a paint spray paint can.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
So yeah, match was fun. I mean, the storyline leading into it was kind of whatever.
Non-existent.
Yeah. It was just fine. I mean, they want to get it Kofi, right?
Yeah. Who won?
Sami and Kevin won.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kevin's still doing the stunner.
Oh right, he won with the stunner, didn't he?
Yeah, sure is. Xavier Woods sold it like The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got hit by a bomb of some kind, some make.
A blue thunder bomb.
Yeah. Very good, Graham.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
All right.
I don't know what else to say.
So the next match is the United States title. Ricochet challenging Samoa Joe.
Yep. Ricochet won a 5-way to get into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hang on, I can actually find out the participants of that match. It was
like The Miz, Braun Strowman.
It was Strowman, Lashley, Ricochet, Cesaro, and The Miz.
Dude, okay, they weren't on this show, but they've been doing some real dumb shit with Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, making them arm wrestle.
Oh, really?
And like they did a tug of war last night.
I heard that Michael Cole exhaustively explained the rules of a tug of war.
Yep.
I feel like you shouldn't have to do that.
You'd think so.
People play tug of war with their dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs innately understand tug of war.
Mm-hmm. But Vince thinks
that the audience is stupid.
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
audience are full of morons.
That's true.
Well, they don't remember anything, so why would they remember a tug of war? Checkmate, atheists.
All right, fair enough. You got me there. This was a fun match.
Yeah.
What we saw of it from
we came in
the
halfway.
not cameras.
Yeah, and we also came in like halfway through this one, right?
I think it was close to the beginning.
Close to the beginning,
We got to see a lot of it.
We missed the entrances, which is, again, the
Yeah.
dinger, man. I wanted to chant Joe.
Yeah.
Joe was awesome, though, in this match. Ricochet
yeah.
was great, too.
Both of them were great.
There was that awesome moment where, like, Joe had Ricochet's leg and then, like, went to flipped him, and we thought that Ricochet was going to land on his feet, but Joe flipped him so hard. This was on purpose. It wasn't like a mess up. But Ricochet just did like a half gainer and like just like landed on the back of his like shoulders.
Yeah.
It looked awesome. Yeah. It made Joe look like a monster.
Joe, I mean, he is a monster.
Yeah,
he's amazing. He's so strong.
Big lad. Yeah. He's so big.
So yeah, this match from like an in-ring perspective was super entertaining, and at the end of it,
Yeah.
Ricochet won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick O'Shea.
Good. Yes, the Irish superstar Ricochet. Won the match from Samoa Joe, who left very quickly.
Yeah.
So that Ricochet could have his moment in the ring with the title.
This is the thing, man. Like Joe, every time we talk about Joe, he's losing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Seems that way.
Pretty close. Well, he beat Ray at WrestleMania really fast.
Yeah.
And then Ray beat him at Money in the Bank
Really fast.
really fast. And then Ray got hurt. And then Joe won, I think it was like some kind of was it a fatal 4-way or 3-way or something for the title?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember what it was.
Can I go on a small tangent?
Yes. What do you got to ask? What are you new here?
Just speaking, Rey Mysterio reminded me that through the whole show, the guy sitting in front of us
Oh, yeah.
was wearing a Rey Mysterio shirt that I absolutely could not parse.
Yeah, Graham was
And
having
it
a tough time.
bothered me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was on the front of it. I assume just like the Rey Mysterio's mask or something or whatever. Maybe it said like Rey Mysterio or 619 or whatever. The back of the shirt across the shoulders said GOAT, right? Like GOAT as in greatest of all time.
Yep.
Like with the periods because it's the initialism. But between the G and the O was Rey Mysterio's mask.
Yeah. Gray oat.
So yeah, is that meant to be pronounced with a ray? So is it like gray? Yeah, gray oat, or is it meant to? Because it looked kind of like another O. So is it like guat? Is it greatest ray of all time?
Greatest mask of all time?
Or because I believe there was a period after the mask as well. The point is, I have no idea what the fuck it's supposed to mean or how it's meant to be read, and it was bothering me.
And you know what?
I don't know who approved this T-shirt.
It fascinated me that it bothered you that much because I looked at it, I was like, yeah, whatever. And Graham's just like,
what does it mean? Design must have purpose.
yeah.
Anyway, after this match, Ricochet, there's an unusual thing that we don't normally get to see.
Yeah.
A little video bit of Ricochet going backstage, and then the camera cuts to the gorilla position where a bunch of wrestlers are back there, and they all like give him high fives and hugs and congratulations, and then Triple H is there and gives him a hug, and they're like, hey, good job. And it's like, that's odd.
Yeah.
That's not something that ever happens. And then Heavy Machinery's music hits.
Yep.
And then Heavy Machinery, who are back there, are like, oh, that's us. We're up. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then they come out into the arena. It was just a odd little...
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
I liked it, but it's like, I think they're trying to give it that sport feel, that good sport feel. That's what they're trying to do. So, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you got to show, I think showing Triple H on camera makes us all go like, woo, like, yay, Triple H.
Yeah.
You're the best.
So the next match is Heavy Machinery challenging for the SmackDown Tag Team titles versus current champions Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Yeah.
I didn't know, because I guess I've never paid attention to their Titantron graphics, that Heavy Machinery's like tagline is blue collar solid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought it was stakes and weights.
That might have been
They
previous
chant that
one.
all the time.
Yeah.
Stakes and weights. Stakes and weights. Yeah.
I can't imagine either of these guys on like a construction site or something. They're enormous.
Yeah. Unless they were the construction vehicles.
Well, I assume that's why they're called Heavy Machinery. Yeah.
They're just like
Otis, lift that building. All right.
All right, I guess so. Dude, Otis is just like a cube.
Yeah. He's
like-
such. I mean, he's at least 3 absolute units.
Yeah. Oh yeah, minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum 3 units. Big boy. Also,
guy.
but also can do the worm.
Really impressively too.
Yeah.
It's Jordan, I think, was saying it's even more impressive in person.
Yeah, it looks. A lot of this stuff is more impressive in person, right? You forget like how crazy, like the Ricochet Samoa Joe match. Every time Ricochet like went over the top rope, or when Ricochet did the 630 senton, it's like, what the?
Yeah.
Humans can't move like that.
No, it's
not
so
supposed to.
so odd seeing it in person.
Yeah. So we are in Washington.
Washington State.
And Daniel Bryan is from Aberdeen, Washington. This felt like 2014 era of Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah, people wouldn't shut up.
Yeah.
which is not
awesome.
a criticism.
Yeah.
there were huge Daniel Bryan chants. There were huge yes chants. 2 of my favorite chants I've ever heard in the history of wrestling.
Yes.
Because I don't know if I've ever heard them before.
Yeah.
But because this is the new Daniel Bryan, the planet's champion.
Yeah.
Right, and he's got like the recycling symbol in his Titantron graphics.
Yeah. He replaced the belt with the vegan-friendly,
Yeah.
not
So
leather.
The crowd started chanting, "Please recycle." Please recycle. Which was amazing.
It got better.
And then later, they started chanting, "Drive a Prius." Yeah.
Hell
Drive
yeah.
Can you imagine, 6,000 people to drive a Prius? Drive a Prius. It
Took me a while to figure out what they were saying.
It was
But once
confusing.
it's weird because like when you're in the live crowd, you can't really figure out what's going on sometimes, and the sound slowly inches its way towards you until you can make it out.
Yeah.
Like it's a bizarre experience. You're like, what are they saying? And it's like, chick, chick. It's like getting closer.
It's more and more clear.
They're like, it's
as
coming up right behind 'em.
People closer to you start saying it.
Yeah. It's cool, man. It's like what's that game? Telephone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But it always works out because wrestling fans are fucking geniuses.
What are they saying? Eat a bicycle? What?
So
Oh,
the thing
please
I loved,
recycle.
the thing I loved about this match is that they leaned in. They knew that Daniel Bryan was going to get cheered because Daniel Bryan is the heel,
Yeah.
even though he's not a heel
Because everyone loves him.
Because everyone loves him, and he's just telling truths for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, we're killing the planet. Yes. Baby boomers are screwing us over. Yes. We're killing the planet. So, but they knew that coming into Washington, Daniel Bryan was going to get cheered no matter what.
Yeah.
It did not matter.
They did not bill him as being from Aberdeen, Washington.
Nope.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Because so I assume they were trying to like maybe try to lessen that somewhat, but it did not work.
It didn't work because both the wrestlers leaned into it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like Daniel Bryan, like they started with Rowan in the ring, and then Rowan tagged in Daniel Bryan immediately because there was a huge Daniel Bryan chant, and everyone cheered. And Daniel Bryan like did very babyface things. He hulked up and like, you know, did the yes kicks.
Speaking of hulking up, Otis hulked up after the yes kicks.
Yeah.
That was kind of amazing. Like, Daniel Bryan got all the kicks in, people were chanting yes, and then Otis started standing up, and then was like, kick me again.
Yeah.
And it was just like, "Rah!" And that got boos, which I thought was a shame.
That was my first time being able to do the yes chant with Daniel Bryan around.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun to do. I wish I could have gone when he was at his peak and seen him to do the yes thing when he was doing the kicks.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's one letter, but you get to do the fucking pointing, and everyone else is doing it, and it's just awesome.
Everyone else was doing
Everyone else is doing
Oh
it. There
my
is
goodness.
not a feeling like that in the world, I don't think.
It was great.
When you have a whole crowd of like 6,000 to 8,000 people, ballpark.
This was the most amped anyone was the whole night.
Yes.
What you're talking about is religion.
Yeah.
I mean, not, but
Not.
I
More like a
appreciate-
cult.
yeah, Beach.
Yeah, Beach. It's
It's
a cult.
way more like a cult, you narc.
Yeah. Now let's go play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Cool.
Cool.
Blackleaf, no.
So yeah, it was fun, man. I just had fun. We had
Yeah.
two cool chants. Daniel Bryan got to do all his yes stuff, even though the yes movement's dead. And then Otis and Tucker got booed no matter what they did, and they leaned into it. That was fun.
Yep.
And it's got to be fun for them too, like to do like that, you know,
Yeah.
especially because wrestlers want to be out there when the crowd is into something, no matter what, if they're booing them or cheering.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even if it's like not the way that the story that they're trying to tell, wrestlers just want to be out there and experiencing that. And like, that's got to be wild, right? Like when no matter what you do, the crowd reacts to it, whether positive or negative, like the feeling, like that's got to be insane, right? I can't even imagine having like 6,000 people boo everything you do. Especially when I'm right.
The champions retain.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly. So your Dan Bryan and Rowan still your champions.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
I liked
was a
it.
super
Glad
fun
I saw
match.
it. Yeah.
Next we see a video package
Yeah.
for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yep.
And basically it comes down to Alexa Bliss has been haranguing Bayley on her Moment of Bliss segments and wants a shot at the title. And Bayley says, okay.
You know how I can tell when a lot of these feuds feel rushed? When they show the video package, but the video package is only from one segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when you're like, oh, they only had 1 week to build this because they have the one Moment of Bliss segment that they keep showing different parts of. It's like, yeah. Because, like Seth Rollins got the thing where like it was like the course of a Monday Night Raw where you like hit everybody with the chair.
But it was still just one Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but it's just funny when it's like one segment that they just show. It's like what they did with Kofi too, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so quick between Super Showdown and this.
And some of these are rematches.
Yeah.
Not this one, obviously, because
No.
there were no women participating at the Super Showdown. But the story here is that Nikki Cross,
Yeah.
who has lost some of her character and is now just kind of oblivious and happy to be there, as opposed to a snarling monster like
I'm not
she
sure
used
I
to
like
be.
this.
I don't like it because I liked her previous character.
Maybe she did something fun. Vince found out she was funny. Seems to be the case, right? Because, like, do you know about this, Beach? No. So Vince McMahon, if he finds out that you are funny or you are able to deliver lines in a funny way,
Oh, you have mentioned this.
yeah, he will go out of his way to make everything you do comedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to other wrestlers before.
Well, we talked about with Dean Ambrose. That's what happened to Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Vince found out he could say one thing funny, and then from then on, he was like a lunatic. But not like a lunatic, but like a
Goofball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
like step on a rake. That kind of lunatic, right? Like,
So Alexa has Nikki on her side, and Bayley says, "Hey, you know that she's going to betray you, right? Mm-hmm. She does this to everybody.
shocked.
Everyone who is a friend of Alexa's gets betrayed by her."
Yeah.
And Nikki's like, no. No. So she has like a moment of considering it.
A moment of bliss.
They said the name of the thing. And then Alexa says that Bayley peaked in NXT,
That was good.
which was a good old burn there.
Yeah, that was a real good burn.
Potentially true, except that she is SmackDown Women's Champion, so...
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
her character was handled better in NXT, but
Sure
the
was.
SmackDown Women's title is, just by its nature, a bigger deal than the NXT Women's title.
Yep.
So... Anyway, that's it. Then Bayley's like, well, you come at me then, I guess.
And then she hit her.
Yeah.
And then
Now we have
Nikki
this
Cross
match.
Got into it, and yeah, now we got this match.
Yeah.
It was a fun match. It was fun. Crowd was split. Alexa Bliss did this great thing where she like charged at Bayley in the corner and then stopped and just slapped her.
That was good.
Yeah.
Bayley was very aggressive.
Yeah, it's a new side of Bayley. I like that. That was great.
That was good. She started the match being very aggressive, was doing a bunch of quick strikes, was not being, friendly Bayley. And
Not like babyface in peril Bayley.
No.
Yeah.
No. She was still definitely like the good guy in this match, but was being very aggressive. But there was a moment where Alexa Bliss was outside the ring and Bayley went for was it a suicide dive or she dove out of the ring and Bliss pulled Nikki Cross
Oh yeah.
into the line of fire.
Yeah.
So Bayley knocked Nikki down, who then looked sort of confused afterwards. And still, so Bayley retained and Alexa left, and Nikki Cross was still with Alexa, but was like, didn't look sort of like, that was weird, that thing that you did.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
Remember that moment where you pulled me in the way of being attacked there? That was odd.
I remember.
Yeah.
You don't count. You're in the crowd.
Yeah.
I remember. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You did it.
So that was it. That was the match.
Yeah, that was
I
it.
assume they're going to continue feuding.
Probably. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Dude, no Charlotte. That was weird.
Yeah. It was kind of refreshing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her a break.
We see footage of some updates on the 24/7 title, which we did not talk about last episode because we got so distracted by a billion other things.
So, Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Graham Stark.
Yeah.
Of House Stark from Victoria, British Columbia.
That's me.
You suggested this
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Like 2 years ago. I don't remember what episode of Sidewalk Slam it was, but we were talking about stuff that they should do in this world of social media, and I suggested bringing back the 24/7 title because they could do updates whenever they wanted on Twitter and Vivo or whatever.
Vivo.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Instagram.
Good Lord, Graham.
Tout it out.
TikTok.
TikTok. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
I was
Anyway, so they did. I'm not claiming that they got their idea from me,
He's totally claiming it.
but I'm
We'll see you in court.
glad to see it back, and it's been super entertaining.
Yeah.
R-Truth has been champ most of the time.
Yeah.
And
The title changed hands 5 times last night.
yeah, there's a bit of R-Truth and Carmella getting attacked on the golf course from Jinder Mahal,
Yeah.
who brought a ref along with him. And so what we see here is this whole video package of Drake Maverick disguising himself as Carmella, attacking Truth, and escaping in a car belonging to a referee who sunsets as an Uber driver.
Yeah.
R-Truth's Uber pulls up and a ref gets out and he's like, wait, you're my Uber driver? And the ref's just like, yeah, man, I'm sorry.
It's a little too real.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta work
pull
your
second
jobs, eh? Yeah. Hey,
And
Graham.
so then Drake Maverick gets away and the ref's like, hey, my car.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Drake Maverick's wedding because
Yeah.
he just got married and they do the you may kiss the bride and they're doing the recessional and he's got the belt on him and then R-Truth wearing no shirt but wearing a tie and suit jacket pops out of the crowd and attacks him with a referee and then grabs the title and runs away. And then they make a big deal about how his wife on Twitter was like, he cared more about that than me. I want a divorce. And
Yeah, because you asked for a divorce on Twitter.
yeah.
So,
Sort of
Graham,
playing it up. Yeah.
let's say one Adam Savadan was owner of the 24/7 title.
Right.
When would you get me?
Ooh.
What would you do? Given an unlimited budget.
Whoa. I don't know. I'm trying to think of when you'd be most vulnerable.
Yeah. I would.
Maybe when you're lifting.
Yeah.
If you're at the gym, if you got your headphones in so you don't hear us coming.
Yeah.
Do you do literal bench pressing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then your elbows are already, or your shoulders are already down at that point. I just have to sort of help a little bit, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, and then you gotta help. You gotta wait for your spotter to help you with the barbell, and I'm out of the building at that point.
You know what I would do?
Go ahead.
I would dress like a chair and get you when you're editing.
Dress like a chair.
Yeah. Give an unlimited budget.
Why is that chair so thick?
It's dummy thick.
I was gonna say that you make a fake account on Tinder.
Okay.
And as Adam's swiping through it, he swipes and he sees the picture of a ref, and he's like, "What?" And then you pin him
From behind.
Yeah.
while he's on Tinder.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
How did I get paired with a ref? That's
Weird.
That's weird. And you just use the ref starts messaging you is like 1. You're like, what? 2. That's weird. And then like hut.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah,
Wait,
that'd be
stop.
great. And but it's like no, it's like 1, 2, 3, and then they send me a picture. It's you on photoshopped on top of me, pinning me. It's like, oh, you lost. Yeah, sorry. It happened in text form. Yeah.
Only you texted back, I kick out.
Yeah. Shoulder up. It's so good. It's like a text adventure.
Oh man. We also see Ricochet getting his photos taken as new champion. He's
Yeah.
getting his championship photos. He's got like the belt on his shoulder. And then the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
Gallows and Anderson walk in. I haven't seen them on TV in ages.
Yeah.
They
Last
walk
couple
in
weeks.
and they're like, "What's up? Hey, get some pictures with the Good Brothers. Get
The
some
hootski.
championship pictures. Come on, let's throw up the 2 sweet. Come on, come on, take some more pictures." And Ricochet's like, "Okay, guys, come on, let's
Don't touch
can you
me.
just
Like, yeah.
leave the belt alone. I want to do this." And then AJ Styles shows up.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, what's up, Ricochet? How's it going? Congratulations on being the U.S. champion. All right, cool. I'll see you on Raw."
Yeah. It's kind of like if Matthew McConaughey was challenging Ricochet to a match.
All right.
I'll see you on Monday.
We get a video package now for our next match.
Yep.
Roman Reigns versus Nega Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah. Mirror Universe Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He's got bigger muscles and darker hair, but they're so similar.
Yeah. One's got a tattoo. If you put long sleeve shirts on both of them, you can't tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they like a mad fold in?
Oh, yes!
Wow.
You're back on the show. You're allowed to come back, Beach.
I thought you died. Nope.
They're taking time away from their day jobs of standing in front of 2 identical doors in a logic puzzle to be here in this match.
Yeah.
One of them always tells the truth and the other lies.
Yeah.
And Shane McMahon has
Who would
aligned
lie?
himself with the one who always lies, we assume.
Maybe Roman always lies.
Maybe that's been the problem this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the commentary just lies for Roman.
Crowd love Roman Reigns, dude.
Into Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Big time.
The system works.
Yeah.
Crowd's into him.
Yep.
Not me. I was booing.
You can't deny it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I was there. It is
Yeah.
literally undeniable. The crowd was very hyped for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The storyline leading into this match is bad, but is that Shane doesn't like Roman. Shane is on all of the shows now. The wild card rule continues to be terrible and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a match, Roman and Drew, at the...
No, Roman and Shane.
Sorry, Roman and Shane had a match at the show that shall not be referenced, except that it's unavoidable.
It's like the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah. And Drew interfered, and that's why Shane won. Shane, the best in the world.
It's Voldemort, right?
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to say it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oops.
And so now Drew and Roman are having a match.
Yeah.
With Shane also there at ringside.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
When was the last time fucking Drew McIntyre won a goddamn match in this shithole?
Let me check my notes.
Pay-per-view match. Pay-per-view match.
I mean, I can look it up. I'm going to look it up.
Look
now.
it up.
All right. Hang on.
In the meantime, Aberdeen, Washington has birthed more than one professional wrestler.
Really?
Not just Daniel Bryan, but also Yukon Eric.
Yeah, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Yukon Eric.
Not familiar with him.
He won the NWA Canadian Open Tag Team Championship on 2 occasions with Whipper Billy Watson in 1955 and 1961.
Oh, that was my favorite era of wrestling.
His real name is Eric Holmback. You know who else is from Aberdeen, Washington?
Who?
Kurt Cobain.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I did know that.
They lean into that. You know who else is from Aberdeen, Washington?
Who?
Peter Norton.
Who's Peter
Norton Antivirus? Really?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So weird, kind of. Also a winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics, Douglas Osheroff.
Oh.
So weird place.
Man, there was no Peter Norton chance, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Antivirus.
Though, of
Scan your hard drive.
Of the antivirus people, he's certainly the person I would most like to hang out with these days, considering that John McAfee is an absolute madman who might have me killed for fun.
Wait.
John McAfee is
Terrifying.
yeah. He lives in Belize.
Uh-huh.
He unprovably had his neighbor murdered. There's no extradition between Belize and North America and the States, you see. His Twitter is wild, but like not in like a haha funny way, in like a oh my god, this man should be stopped kind of way. Yeah, very strange. He's not involved with McAfee, the company, anymore, by the way. If you're concerned, if you're like,
Because I use McAfee.
yeah, that's fine. He's not part of it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that.
Cue
it's
the
very
YouTube
weird.
comments just filling up with new antivirus suggestions for Adam.
I mean, Norton.
I mean, there's worse things they could be arguing about.
That's true.
So that time Graham, like the fucking moron he is, called a D20 the wrong thing.
Oh, right.
Isn't that right, dumbass?
Yeah. I called it the wrong hedron.
I couldn't keep a straight face.
So foolish of me.
Oh, man. What are we looking at again?
Pay-per-view match?
Yeah. Pay-per-view match. When was the last time Drew McIntyre won a pay-per-view match?
Multi-man match?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't count.
Got to keep scrolling then. Because his last pay-per-view win was Survivor Series, but that was he was
Doesn't
on
count.
the team.
Doesn't count. Because he could have been eliminated first and then just won.
I got to go back a page.
We got to dig deeper.
Also, Nirvana's Chris Novoselic hails from Aberdeen, Washington.
Yeah.
I'm just filling time.
Yep.
Tag match. Hell in a Cell. He and Ziggler defeated Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I don't want to make you dig through.
It just keeps. And then he was in NXT. He's not won a main roster pay-per-view match.
Oh, not a singles win?
No.
Yeah, but wins and losses don't matter.
Because
right?
the TLC, he lost to Finn Balor.
Yeah.
At the Rumble, he was in the Rumble. And then at Fastlane, he lost to the Shield as part of the Shield match. And then, of course, at the Shield's final chapter, the same match again.
The same
match
result
with the Shield. At Money in the Bank, he lost Money in the Bank. And then at Stomping Grounds, he lost to Roman.
Vince McMahon, I know you're watching this. How are we supposed to take Drew McIntyre seriously?
How do you know he watches this?
I don't.
All right.
But I'm assuming that he has an algorithm that pulls clips of every time his name is mentioned on YouTube.
Maybe we can lure him in with the fresh scent of beef wraps.
Ah, yes. Delicious. Nutritious. If you show up here, I'll tackle you on an airplane.
Yeah.
How about that?
As is the custom of...
As is the custom of the McMahon tribe. I don't know.
It's on the shield. Their heraldic insignia is being tackled in an airplane.
Yeah.
Some guy like getting hit from like the side, like my back. Yeah. What the hell, man? I like Drew McIntyre. Can he win a match?
I spent a lot of this match waiting in line for a mediocre hot dog, and you told me it was full of rest holds, so
Yep.
I don't think I missed a lot.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of Superman punches. He chased Shane around for a while. The crowd was still super into it. I'm just upset because Roman won again.
I came back in time to see Shane do the coast to coast, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And
Which
then,
Roman kicked out of
Yeah, yep.
because he's the man.
Somehow. And then Roman won, and then later in the night, Shane gets on the Titantron and goes, tomorrow night on Raw, it's going to be you versus me and Drew in a 2-on-1 handicap match, and everyone who we were with said, that's what we just saw.
Yeah, we just literally saw that. He just beat both of them. It's like, you got to do it again? Like, all right, I guess. Like, yeah, it's like, I have a question. Didn't he just beat both of you? Mm-hmm. No more questions.
This is interesting. The commentators made a point to say this is the end of the saga with Reigns, McIntyre, and McMahon, which I guess is not the case considering that they
Considering
Then
what
had that
happened
match
last
on
night,
Raw, yeah.
can we talk about what happened last night?
I haven't seen it. What happened last night?
So they're having the handicap match.
Uh-huh.
Shane is getting up for the coast to coast.
Uh-huh.
Lights go out.
Oh, right.
Gong.
Oh, my God.
So Undertaker shows up.
No.
I'm glad to
Stop.
see that. I'm glad to see that Undertaker and Reigns now share custody of the yard. Yeah. I think Undertaker probably gets it on weekends,
I was
right?
going to say it's Roman's yard for 2 weeks and Taker's yard for 2 weeks, and they alternate pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more like Taker's the weekend yard parent,
Right.
yard carer, yardsman, yardle, groundskeeper. There, thank you. You're hired. I was like, yardle? What the fuck? Yordle's from League of Legends. I was like, yes, the yardle. I love that job. I'm Undertaker. I'm the yardle. So, yeah, groundskeeper.
Did not, by the way, speaking of Roman Reigns, for his entrance, I hadn't noticed the weird dog on his, like...
Yeah, I didn't like that.
The side panels before. Did not like the snarly dog. Did not like that. So, yeah. Now at... Is this the next pay-per-view?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules. There is a tag team match of Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns and The Undertaker?
Like,
Why?
why?
Taker doesn't like Roman. Roman and
Taker doesn't like anybody.
But Roman and Taker don't get along. Why did Taker show up to defend Roman Reigns?
There was a moment on Raw last night when Taker showed up and Roman looked at the camera and went, "What the fuck?"
Really?
Yeah, like mouthed it like, "What the fuck?" That's pretty good. That was great, but it doesn't make any sense. They're just doing it because WWE's floundering, right? This is like this smacks of like desperation.
Yeah.
You got to do something for the 6,000 people who showed up.
Yeah. Well, in this case, the 3,500.
3,500,
That,
Beach.
that was at Raw.
That was a Raw.
I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
Yeah. So yeah, Taker's back, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
Whatever. I mean, yeah. I don't know, dude. It's just like, what are they doing? Like, I want to defend stuff. I want to say like, oh, this is good and fine, and it makes sense, and I want to like be like.
I also wish I could say that.
You know, and I know I said at the beginning of this show, fucking, I hopped up on my soapbox. I was like, I'm going to defend this pay-per-view. Well, there's certain things that even I can't defend. Me, who likes everything.
The next two matches were pretty good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that wasn't even part of the pay-per-view. That was the next night on Raw. But that
Yeah.
was still stupid.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense, dude.
Next.
They literally think we don't remember anything.
Yeah,
It's frustrating.
it is. I mean, Taker's not the one who got a concussion in his match at Super Showdown, so
Yeah. Fuck.
I hope Goldberg gets better soon
I do too.
and doesn't wrestle ever again.
Yeah. Maybe you should stop fucking putting his head in
Headbutting
it.
the door like they asked you to do, you big idiot.
You big dumbass. If you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't beat us up.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing but respect.
For my Goldberg.
Yeah. But stop headbutting the door. Next match is Kofi Kingston defending the World Heavyweight Championship, or just the World Championship. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. The WWE Championship.
Yep.
Against Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage.
Yes.
Why are they in a steel cage?
Because, okay, precursor, steel cage is my least favorite match type.
Yes.
Hands down, not
know
remotely close. Hate it.
Yeah.
Think it's stupid. It's always been stupid. Mm-hmm. And especially the way they approach this one, because so Dolph Ziggler is mad.
Yeah.
Because when he was gone and Kofi got his big chance, Dolph feels like it was him supposed to be in Kofi's spot, even though Dolph was gone doing stand-up comedy.
Huh.
So it's just a heel thing, right? Like,
All right.
yeah, it's supposed to be in that spot.
It should have been me.
And so, Dolph Ziggler, the pre-match promo was just the one segment again, but Dolph did cut this great promo.
Yes.
About like how it should have been him and it was his spot and how he is going to destroy Kofi and Kofi will have nowhere to go in the steel cage. He won't have anyone to help him because there was a match where, at Super Showdown, Xavier Woods got involved.
Right.
With the match because Dolph attacked Xavier Woods first.
Yeah.
So then Xavier Woods attacked or hit Dolph, causing Kofi to win.
Yeah.
And so now Dolph has a grievance going forward where he's like, well, you don't have anyone to help you, and I'm by myself, and I'm the superior athlete, and blah, 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 and you have nowhere to go. So if Dolph Ziggler's whole shtick was that Kofi Kingston has nowhere to go,
Yeah.
why would Dolph Ziggler, the character, try to climb out of the cage?
Immediately tries to climb out of the cage.
So frustrating.
Steel cage matches can be won by pinfall or submission or by escaping the cage with both feet touching the floor.
Yeah.
You can escape the cage one of two ways. Climb up the side and jump over and jump down. Or you can ask the referee to open the door. Mm-hmm. I had been under the apparently mistaken impression, which I told Serge and Andrew, who were our friends who were there, who had never been to a live wrestling show before and felt out of their element. They had a great time, but they were like, wait, what's going on? I said what I believed to be true, which was that each wrestler can ask the refs to open the door once.
Yeah, you got one question.
Because I believe that they had said that previously.
Maybe at some point. I wouldn't even, I'm not even saying you're lying.
That's not the case anymore, apparently. They can just ask the door to be opened as many times as they get near it.
Yes.
Evidently. And the door opens and closes throughout this match. They try to get out. There's tense moments where feet are almost touching the floor and Kofi's got to pull Dolph back in.
I will say that, despite my grievances of that in the character style, just Dolph trying to climb out, they did a brilliant job of keeping the tension up.
Yes.
There were so many good moments where Kofi, there's one point where Dolph super kicked Kofi and Kofi slid and almost fell out the door that was open. It was awesome. And Dolph was like, oh, shoot. And he had to run and grab and try to stop him from falling out.
Yeah. No, the match was actually really good. Yeah. As you say, from a character perspective, it doesn't make sense that Dolph does this whole thing about you're trapped in here with me, and then the bell rings and he just immediately tries to escape. And it's
it doesn't.
What?
I was like, well.
Anyway.
Also, there was a great moment where Dolph had a submission hold, and we didn't see it live, but when I rewatched it, Kofi grabs the ropes, and Dolph's like, "There's no rope break. There's no rope break."
Yeah.
And so he just held on to the move. He's like, "There's no rope break. He got nowhere to go." And the commentary, they're like, "He's right. And when he's right, he's right." You know?
Okay, so they figured it out now.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yes.
So the finish of the match is, I've never seen this before in a steel cage match.
Yeah.
This was awesome. Kofi's knocked down, dazed on the far side of the ring from the door. Dolph is crawling towards it, gets them to open the door, is crawling out. He's halfway out the door, head first. Kofi sees this and just runs and leaps, does a suicide dive between the second and top rope, through the door, just woo out over Dolph, and lands on the floor outside the ring and wins the match.
Yep.
It was really cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was super cool. And it just came out of nowhere. We were like, what? Just it was awesome. It was good. I love the match, except for my admittedly minor nitpick, but I mean, our whole point here is narrative and whatever. So
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. But it's just I just didn't like that. It's can we not talk about? That's why I don't like steel cage matches. It's the whole point of the steel cage match is to, if the heel, usually the heel is always getting away, running away, losing by count out, disqualification. Then the baby face is well, we're going to go in a cage then. And you can't get away from me. And then the heel tries to escape out, and the babyface tries to before cage matches used to be no pin, no submission. You could only get out by first person, which is still doesn't just fucking make any sense. But again, wrestling doesn't really make sense. Yeah. You know, it's just I just don't like steel cage matches. Hell in a Cell, cool.
Yeah. In further attempts to seem like legitimate sports, we now get Kofi up the top of the ramp and Charlie Caruso interviewing him and asking him, the question was, congratulations on your successful defense. What's next for you, the WWE champion? And he responds, Dolph did a great job out there. I got mad respect for him, but like I said, I was going to walk out of Stomping Grounds the champion, and I did. And just leaves.
That was like a hockey interview.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's I gave 110. We all gave 110%.
Both
the boys
played hard.
Boys in front of me worked real hard.
Yeah.
What other cliches can I...
At the end of the day, they just got more points than us, and, so
sometimes the bounces just don't go your way. And mad respect to the other team, but...
Yeah, we'll get them in the next one.
Yeah. Sure.
It's okay. It's
every hockey interview.
I asked you what you had for lunch, but thanks.
Every hockey interview ever. You could splice them all. You could mash them all together. When are we gonna get a Rosetta Stone for hockey interviews? That's what I.
Duolingo.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Run it through translator. Google Translator like 10 times.
Both teams played hard means I'm feeling ill. I think I was punched in the temple. Oh, okay, cool.
I think I'm concussed. Someone send help. I just bit into a potato thinking it was an apple.
Our final match, your main event
Yeah.
of Stomping Grounds. Baron Corbin challenging Seth Rollins for the Universal title. Because of a thing that happened at Super Showdown.
Yes.
Where Baron Corbin got mad at the referee because he felt the ref didn't count quickly enough.
Yeah.
The referee got angry and got in Corbin's face.
Yes.
Which was great. This is senior official John Cone.
Yeah.
Is
he your favorite ref?
Nah, that's got to be Charles Robinson.
Ah, Little Nate.
Little Nate. Yeah.
I've always been a Hebner fan.
I do like John Cone, though. But I just like that refs are characters again. At least this ref.
I do think that... I hate to digress again. Hebner's at the top of the tier list, right?
Probably.
Like all time of recognizable...
Yeah.
Hebner and then Lil Nate?
Probably. And then probably Scott Armstrong.
Do you remember Dick Patrick?
Oh, yeah.
From WCW?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's up there. He's
What
like
about-
close 3.
What about Red Shoes from New Japan?
Yeah. Red Shoes is up there too.
He got those red shoes.
He's got the red shoes. Anyway.
So they show this in the vignette that like he's mad at the ref or whatever. And so for this match, he decides, by the way, Baron Corbin is still the acting general manager of Monday Night Raw, which makes the things he said to the interviewer earlier even more inappropriate. But anyway, acting general manager of Monday Night Raw. So he's like, all right, so we're going to have this match again, and I get to pick the special guest referee.
Yes.
And he teased that it was going to be Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And that Sami would basically be cheating on behalf of Baron Corbin. So Seth beat him up with a chair.
Yeah.
And then Elias was like, I'll be the referee. And so Seth beat him up with a chair. And basically, Seth spent all of Monday Night Raw going around beating everybody up with a chair.
EC3, Eric Young. An Eric Young sighting. Which
Eric
is
Young,
nice.
without the beard anymore. No longer part of Sanity.
Wearing tights.
Random Eric Young backstage.
Yeah.
Just there.
It was like finding Bigfoot.
Yeah. It was like, holy crap.
It's like, there he is.
Eric Young.
He walks like a man.
Yeah. Weird.
So blurry photo of Eric Young.
Basically, Seth was like, anyone who thinks that they're going to do this, I'm just going to beat you up with a chair.
Yeah.
So the match starts. Baron Corbin comes out. Seth Rollins comes out with a chair. And Baron Corbin starts talking. And then Seth runs at him and takes the mic and is like, look, I don't care who it is. Anybody, if they come out here with the intent to screw me over, I'm gonna give them the chair.
It's a hockey interview again.
Yeah. So Baron takes the mic back and then says, before I was so rudely interrupted, which was great.
Yeah.
And you know,
Oh, when they introduced Baron Corbin. This is before that.
oh yeah, they had the
So they
ring
did like
announcer.
the thing they've done before where it's like Golden Glove, retired Kurt Angle, Tacoma's favorite son.
Yeah. And believes himself to be Tacoma's favorite son.
It was great.
He's not from Tacoma.
I like Baron Corbin. There, I said it.
Yeah, I believe you. It's okay. I agree
know.
with you. I agree
Okay.
with you. So, who's the special guest referee going to be? Some people were thinking that it would be Brock Lesnar. That would be, Adam and I discussed this beforehand, that would be stupid.
It would be so fucking dumb.
That would be the dumbest move Baron Corbin could make, to have Paul Heyman or Brock Lesnar be the thing. Because Brock Lesnar, Mr. Money in the Bank, there, right? Say that you win. Say that Corbin wins, then Brock just goes, cool, cash in. 1, 2, 3, I'm out. I'm the champ. You know.
Oh, okay.
That makes no sense.
What if Brock Lesnar was the referee?
Okay.
And then Brock cashed in. Could he cash in and be the referee? Is he a referee for the full night?
I'd like to be the referee for his own.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
That would be interesting.
Yeah. What's the ruling? I want to say yes.
So, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? It's unprecedented.
Yeah.
So
Who's first?
who is his choice for special guest referee?
It could be anybody. I was thinking maybe it would be who would be relevant to the story. It could be Shane, just for whatever reason, just because. It could be Vince.
Yeah.
It could be Bobby Lashley because he and Corbin have had allegiances. It could be just Drew McIntyre.
Kurt Angle, maybe? You said Jason Jordan at the time.
I said Jason Jordan.
Turns out it was the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans. And everyone's like,
What?
what? everyone was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
And then when she gets to the ring and stands in front of Seth Rollins, standing there with a chair, everyone goes, oh. Because Seth Rollins isn't going to beat the tar out of Lacey Evans with a chair.
Also, Seth Rollins is dating Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Who had a match with Lacey Evans.
So because that's the thing. So in the arena, we can't hear the commentary.
Yeah.
But if all Baron Corbin wanted was a woman to be the ref so that Seth wouldn't beat them up,
Yep.
there's a whole roster there.
Yeah.
And there's other heels on the roster.
You know what would have been great? Baron Corbin got his like grandma to be like the referee, right?
Wow, that would
you know,
be
like a
funny,
family member, like you're not gonna beat up my grandma, are you?
So why Lacey Evans?
Yeah.
Because something had to happen there. The it being Lacey specifically means that Becky has to show up at some point. And the crowd knows this because they immediately start chanting for Becky.
Yeah.
Immediately. So the match gets underway. Well, actually,
I'm going to go ahead and say it. The crowd was very rude. Okay?
They did a stupid CM Punk chant. It was
Well, first they said this is stupid.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it was that stupid.
No.
But it made sense to me. It was like a chicken shit heel kind of thing to do. It's
then
like,
they started chanting for
okay, well, first it was this is boring or this
Yeah.
is stupid. Then it was a boring chant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they chanted for Daniel Bryan.
Right.
And then while Daniel Bryan was being chanted for,
Andrew was like,
yeah.
why are they chanting for Daniel Bryan? And you said,
I said, well, they do this sometimes where when Daniel Bryan was super popular, they will chant for just whoever, just because the crowd wants to be noticed. And so I was like, they did this all the time, like 2014 when Daniel Bryan was at his popularity. And I was like, well, it could be worse, though, because they could be chanting CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Just literally like 2 seconds later, the crowd started chanting CM Punk. Like on cue.
Yeah.
I looked at Andrew, I was like,
well,
we both have to use our powers for good.
This is
Graham.
my curse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One finger on the monkey's paw. I was like, brrr. Somebody say CM Punk. Yeah, like, oh, nope. Nobody here didn't say CM Punk.
so stupid.
Yeah, that's when I was like, boo. I started booing.
Yeah.
Because they started
I
chanting
started
CM
booing
Punk.
too.
Me
As
and
soon as
Graham were
the
just
CM
like,
Punk chant started
boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Hard boo.
Yeah.
So they attack Seth,
Yep.
or Corbin attacks Seth before the match even starts and beats him up a little bit. They finally get in the ring. Lacey calls for the bell to start. Match is underway. There's a couple obviously slow counts in there.
Yeah.
And eventually Seth gets Corbin outside the ring and power bombs him through the announce table. The commentators barely had time to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even clear it off. It was just right through the table. And he gets back in the ring and goes, all right, start counting. And Lacey's like, what? He's like, count. Count him out. Come on. And she's like, 1, 2, and the crowd is like 3, 4, 5. And it gets to the point where the crowd are just like 10.
The 10 chant was back.
10. They just start counting that. And she gets to like 7, and then she's like, hang on, and calls over the ring announcer and mumbles to him, and then he gets on and goes, I've now been informed by the special guest referee that this match will now be no countouts. Yeah. And we're sitting there like, well, that's what the referee said. All right,
I
good
stood
job,
up and
ref.
applauded. I was like,
Yeah, good job,
all right,
ref.
good job, ref. Good call, good call, good call.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're watching like a sport and then your team gets a really bad, like gets away with like something. Like
Yeah.
they make a bad call against the other team. You're like, fuck yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call, ref. Yeah. We're like in the opposing team's arena. Like, you know what I mean? And me and Graham are like, yeah, all right. Fuck yeah, put the title on Corbin, you cowards.
So this carries on.
Yeah.
And then eventually, eventually Corbin regains his consciousness
Yes.
and starts attacking Seth with a chair.
Yep.
Yeah, he hits Seth with the chair that Seth brought out,
And Lacey's just like,
and Lacey just stands there, and Seth's like,
what the fuck?
"What? So, And she's like, oh, okay, and goes and talks to the announcer who's like, I've just been informed by the referee this match is now no disqualifications.
You know what I would have done?
What?
I was just informed by the referee that Baron Corbin cannot be disqualified. That's what I would have done.
Oh, that's
if
good.
I wrote this match, yeah.
That's good.
You're welcome. You can hire me, you fucking cowards.
So Rollins gets in Lacey Evans' face.
Yeah.
And is, threatening her as much as he can without being physical about it. And she slaps him.
Yep.
And he basically goes back and asks for another, which she obliges.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's still staggering from that and distracted by Corbin, she hits him with the low blow. Just like a full arm up under the groin.
Yeah.
Like
but
they
like the
to
one
do.
where they hit him and they hold the pose.
Just like, wham!
Like an anime. It's like, ka-ching!
And then, as foreshadowed by 6,000 voices chanting, Becky Lynch
Yep.
runs down the entrance ramp and starts beating the ever-loving hell out of Lacey Evans.
Yep.
And how's this match going to end? Well, 2 referees run down out of the back. One to split up Becky and Lacey Evans, and the other is like sees that something's happening in the ring, runs in the ring, and it's John Cone.
Yeah.
And
I'll give him credit for this. I thought this main event was great.
yeah, I thought it was good too. And Corbin, who has the upper hand at that moment, is like, you better, ooh, well, I need a ref. And so goes for the pin, but Seth gets the pin instead, and then John Cone's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, that's it. It was a fair count.
Yeah.
And Seth retains. Okay. And then commentary apparently made it official in storyline, not just in
Well, they
real
said
life.
that even before, like during Becky's match. Her boyfriend is wrestling later in the night.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because they've never acknowledged it until this show.
Yeah, I don't
right?
think it was till this show. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember them saying anything.
Yeah.
Unless I'm an idiot.
So there's lots of jokes about like the man's man and stuff like that. So all we're seeing is like, not sure if they're acknowledged, like they're doing lots of hugs, and then eventually Becky gives him like a butt slap, and everyone in the arena is like, yeah, and then they sit together and snuggle on the ring apron while they watch the replays, and then they leave together.
Yep.
So and then that was it. Then they said, thank you everybody for coming. Charlotte Flair and Bayley are going to be at a Comic-Con.
It was so weird, dude. I was gonna bring it up. I'm like, thank you everyone for showing up to WWE Stomping Grounds. Remember that Charlotte Flair and Bayley will be at fucking
Something Comic-Con on July 28th. Get
Yeah.
your tickets now.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then we went to the bathroom and came back out, and the set was almost entirely disassembled.
Yeah.
Please don't flush the paper towels.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, it's okay. Tacoma Dome, all they had was troughs.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like for pooping?
No. No. But for hand washing, they just had like a giant semicircle in the wall that had just like 4 things that constantly poured water instead of sinks.
Yeah.
They just had like a weird like festival stuff.
Were you imagining like a trough that's like about 1.5 feet off the ground?
Just
like you
a
have
bunch
to
of people
step
squatting.
over and straddle?
No,
It's like a water slide inside.
No,
it's
it's like it's on the wall, right?
Okay.
It's like a sink, but lower.
And you just
then
burst against the wall,
you just, like everyone just bends down, and like you're sitting like next to the person that's like your like elbows are touching, like
Yeah,
and it's just like, don't touch my elbows. Like, I'm trying to poop.
I made it weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I made it weird by saying for pooping. Now show me those feet, Beej.
So overall,
Yeah.
despite the strange name and the branding and the card and the storylines leaning into it, Stomping Grounds was fairly entertaining.
Despite all this,
In spite all evidence to the contrary,
Yeah.
Stomping Grounds was
I had fun.
part of it was that we were there in person.
I think if I was watching on TV, I'd be like, it was okay.
Yeah, I did like the main event though. Honestly, like
Yeah, I legitimately liked the main event.
I did like how everyone had the same moment of realization that it was like, I've picked Lacey Evans. Everyone's like, why the hell did you pick Lacey Evans?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with? Oh, it's because Seth can't beat up a woman with a chair.
Yeah.
And now, this is stupid though. Now they have a mixed tag team match at Extreme Rules with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Winning team takes all. So if Corbin and Lacey's team wins, then they become champion and women's champion.
Let Corbin win. Put the title on Corbin, please. I'm begging you.
Can you imagine that? Both of them though?
Oh, I'm begging you.
That'd be so weird.
Yes. I think I just like to sow the seeds of discord. I'm starting to realize.
I mean, you do. It's the app is literally called Discord, and you heck it up all the time.
I do not. My takes are hot and clear and true.
I liked the iPhone is a good console.
That
was
was a good one. How about Doctor Who was never a good franchise?
That's also that's powerful.
The iPhone's a console is a real good one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So that was the show.
we did it.
That was Stomping Ground. That was the whole thing. This is a much more on-topic episode than last one. Sorry, everybody.
yeah. Sorry, everybody. Well, we diverged a little bit. We had some fun.
Extreme Rules is only in 2 weeks, so
Fuck, really?
it's July 14th.
Help! Someone send help. It's too much wrestling.
There's no help for you now.
At least the pre-match promos will only be from one segment.
yeah.
Not much
Just
they
like
can do
2
in 2
weeks
weeks.
to build.
Yeah.
You're stuck here. Yeah, that was it. That's going to be the show. Until next time, if you need to get at us on Twitter,
Yeah.
I'm at Graham_LRR.
Yep.
Please feel free.
And I am at Wake Up Super. Also feel free.
Yeah.
Any questions, anything you want to, we're usually down to chat.
If you want to feel expensive, Beej is on Mastodon.
If you're feeling fancy, if you really want a boogie, get to Mastodon. I don't know why I'm doing
It's fancier because
this.
they have 2 ats. It's at Beej at octodon.social.
That's correct.
Cool. Or at TuxBeej on Twitter.
Which I will occasionally just go into Twitter to see, do I have any mentions? Oh, I do. What a shame.
What a shame for everybody involved.
Yes.
Because you're too busy in Mastodon.
And this show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. That's it. We'll talk to you next time for Extreme Rules.
See you in 2 weeks, baby.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.